Hi Gemini, welcome to Grounded Oracles. If you are new here, my name is Tracy and you are truly welcome. If you're returning, know how much I appreciate you and I pray for you daily. You're being invited to drop a comment in the comment section with any prayer requests you may have, and I will be happy to pray for you. I want to encourage you on your journey. In this series, Gemini, we're talking about the leader within. So, as you can imagine, that is really talking about our self worth, our self value, being able to trust our intuition and our choices. We need to be that inner leader to ourselves before we can be a leader to our families, community, and at our place of work or business. So, you are being invited, Gemini, to hone into your intuition, really simply meaning what is the first thing that comes to mind or the first thing you feel in your gut about when you see a card or an image or words. Okay, so I'm going to show you these three beautiful cards from the deck of Sacred Rhythms. And the deck info is in the description box should you want to order a deck of your own. They're truly beautiful. I'm going to show you each card up close so you can see which one or ones you resonate with. Then I will set the cards aside. We will bring them out at the end of the read to tap into these energies to give you more of a personal read. This is a timeless read, but whenever you click on this, there should be something in here for you, Gemini. Okay. During pre-meditation, I kept getting the word revelation. So I feel like there's going to be some very important messages for you, Gemini. Very important. This could be something to encourage you, to clarify you, some synchronicities to help you on your journey. Could be any number of things. All right. So first, we're going to start with Invisible Family. And Gemini, I am doing a 30-day intuition development challenge through my shorts, through Grounded Oracles, that you can check out. We are currently on day 12, and you can participate by hitting like and subscribe and leaving comments as to what your intuition is telling you on your journey. Okay, then we have Ritual. Okay, and then we have Dark Ocean. To any of these cards you're drawn to, you may want to take a snapshot so that you can meditate it and journal over the next few weeks of what Spirit is showing you personally. Okay, you can go ahead and pause the video if you need more time, but I'm going to clear the board, Gemini. All right. I'm truly excited to read for you, Gemini. My beloved brother is a Gemini, so he is, of course, tunes in here for whatever message he can get, but I truly have an appreciation for you, Geminis. Okay, so we are going to start by pulling an oracle card to set the tone for general energy for the leader within for Gemini. For the leader within. Okay, and we have Frozen River. Patience is required. This is a time of consideration. Rest, stabilize, and transmute. Frozen River. Okay. So whenever I see this card, I always think of a large river that's frozen over. And it may be uneven surface, a little translucent, but a little thick. You can't see the moving, rushing water underneath. And to me, that the river symbolizes movement, a flow. That could be fast movement, slow trickling movement, but movement nonetheless. And when it's frozen, it appears like nothing is happening underneath. And sometimes that is a protection for us because if we saw everything right at once, all at once, we might run the other way. But it's like the illusion that nothing's happening. But eventually in the spring, things thaw. So at the right time, and you can see that movement when you need to see it. But sometimes you just go to be able to trust that things are moving and moving in your favor. Okay. But that can also be like frozen in time, right? So some things just need a pause, right? To stabilize, to rest, patience, because you're not being shown all of the movement because there's something you need to get. Something needs to click for you. Some different levels of revelation. Okay. I have shuffled our cards, and 4 wanted to jump out during our pre-shuffle, Gemini, that I'm going to go with, but I want to see if there's anything else Spirit wants to show us for the tarot cards today. Okay, and we had another one jump out, so we will start with, we have the King of Cups, like a fire and water energy together, right? Kings are fire, and the cup is emotions, feelings. So we've got water, you know, thinking about the frozen river, a lot of water. Your intuition is developing and going to be enhanced. Your feelings are going to be challenged in some regards and also enhanced. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Tower, okay? Something is being rebuilt. I'm thinking an old way of doing things. Something you thought was stable is coming down. And that's a good thing, right? This is a good thing. Okay, then we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so we have a lot of emotion. We've got the water. We've got things blossoming here. For some of you, this could be a counterpart, right? Your ideal partner. But I think this is you being in balance, your masculine and feminine energies, to really tap into all aspects of your intuition. And lastly, we have the Sun. So how lovely is that? We've got this fiery energy and this water energy. So we've got 3 cards speaking of water, and also 3 cards speaking of fire, because the king often represents a fire type of energy. So water, our emotions, can sometimes get the best of us and put out the fire, right? Can put out the passion, the I'm thinking of the word integrity for some reason. So don't let your emotions get too out of hand that you're acting against your integrity. So that's for somebody. Not sure exactly why, but okay. All right. So your stable ground, Gemini, is being tested, okay? And it's there. If there hasn't been a tower moment, you may be going through it. It's very rarely all comes down in one day, right? It's a process. Sometimes a stone falls down, could be several feet of stone, but essentially essentially I see a lightning strike and sort of causing a fire for this tower, as if there was some deep revelation that just rocked your world, right? And what you thought was stable and true is not. And that's okay, because if you have a rocky foundation, maybe a relationship that started and there was some red flags you didn't follow, it could be routines and patterns you have that you thought was just super important that you're really realizing isn't. It could be any number of things. But for many of you, I'm thinking that this is about fire and passion, projects, zest for life, and bringing in your intuition together so that you can see through the smoke, right? Because you can get smoke inhalation. That actually harms more people than an actual fire. So I'm thinking some of the drama, for lack of better word, after this fall, like the upheaval of what people might say or do, may really shake you more than the actual event itself, Gemini. So you're being asked to ask for help, okay, to help clear some of that rubble and see your way through. And I feel like that asking for help might be from your spirit team, and to help hone your intuition so that you can use the answers within, Gemini. I feel like you've had on this journey that there's still a lot of unknowns, and something that you thought would be around for a while is coming down. And that new life that you are going to be looking for to pick up the pieces and move forward might feel kind of stagnant or frozen. and you need to regain some footing. And for some of you, that's going to be looking at a matter from all angles, shining some light in there. So you may need to take a day of rest, several days of rest if you can, to get away and kind of recalibrate. Some of you, this is just knowing how to take some time throughout your day and maximize it, to be mindful, to be in the moment, because I think this was a big shakeup. For some of you, it's a way of thinking. It could be from trauma. There's been like your synapses, your brain synapses is used to firing a certain way, right? So I think there's been some disruption to that, and that could be this something that you are doing. Maybe you're doing a special new type of therapy, or you're really looking at things in a different way and going deeply is going to help reprogram the subconscious mind. So how you process things, like if you're easily triggered, is going to start being disrupted. So I think of like tapping, I think of EDMR therapy. If you haven't gone, you may want to consider it. It does help you process things and reset those neural pathways, but not necessary. That's just for some. Go see the professionals you need to see, because I am not a professional. However, I do know that if you try to reprogram your mind, maybe with some meditation music at night while you sleep, with some affirmations in it to sort of uh, reaffirm correct beliefs about yourself. You are awesome. You are amazing. You have so much hope in front of you, and you can trust your intuition, and your feelings are valid. Okay. So you may want to consider doing some meditative journaling, some earthing outside just with your bare feet to help ground you. Because I feel like, Gemini, you may be feeling very shaky at this time, and you need to allow the sun in. So some of you need to actually literally get out in the sun, soak up some rays, get plenty of vitamin D. And I believe it's vitamin, right? Is it vitamin K that we use to help absorb vitamin D? That I can't remember. If you happen to know, feel free to leave a comment in the comment box. Um, okay. All right. Now we're going to pull some oracle cards to get a little more insight about the leader within. So we drew Green Man, Synergy. So this is talking about getting out in nature, enjoying flowers, enjoying life as things unfold. Gemini, I know what it's like to feel like you got a punch to the gut, where something just happened. It caused upheaval and discomfort within, and you just feel hollow within you. You don't know how to move forward. You are being asked to appreciate the little moments, become synergistic with life. Okay. Appreciate those little things. You may want to get into gardening. I've been saying that a lot lately, but I really feel like it's important to work with your hands, replant something that is a living being, connect with it, whether it's a plant, a tree, whatever it may be. If you haven't taken that up, you may want to consider it, or go someplace and take some beautiful pictures of nature. You may want to try photography, some sort of drawing or painting as a new hobby. Synergy. You need to be at synergy with yourself, okay? Which will come through rest and rebuilding a new foundation, which is really embracing the new authentic you, because you are ever evolving. And as you heal, you're going to need new boundaries. You're going to need new insights to help support you. Okay, Gemini, we're going to take a look at some other oracle cards to see what Spirit wants to show us about the leader within for Gemini. Again, I want to say, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment box on how I can pray for you, because I would love to help you, to support you in what way I can. Okay, and we have number 28 or 10, breaking down into a 1. You know, you've got this new beginning. We have elder or wisdom. You are a wise soul, Gemini, and I feel like this particular part of the journey that you are on is going to really make you're going to tap in more into your intuition, yes, but you are going to create a new well of wisdom that you are going to be called on. You're going to have a unique perspective on what you've gone through, how you've processed things, and I think you're going to be a light to others, like some sun for others because of your perspective. We're going to take a look at the reading for this because there may be some synchronicities in here for you. Okay. The elder signals the end of a phase in life, as well as the beginning of a major cycle. Everything we just talked about. The queen of the underworld reminds us of the symbolic death that visits us often when we progress through our physical and metaphysical growth. Elder reminds us of the blooming we experience when we simply allow our old self to decompose. In giving new life, the old one needs to be torn apart and allowed to die. Don't resist it. Elder is a wise guardian, assisting us as we step through the doorways of darkness. Allow yourself to be consumed by her mighty presence as the Dark Mother protects our spirit as it goes through the cycles of transformation. Okay, you're going to be a lot of revelation going to come for you. Okay. All right. And then we're going to take a look at some inspiration, affirmation cards that Spirit wants to show us about the leader within you, Gemini. We have reflection. Okay, reflection. Reflect on a time in your life when you felt fully alive and connected to the world through your senses. What a gift to be able to feel so much. This power is always within you. I think that's why the King and Queen of Cups was coming out. We have all of this water. It is a gift, and it's just learning to harness it in the right way to help you. Okay. All right, and we're going to pull a grounding energy card, something that comes with a practical skill that you can utilize. We're going to take a look at this practice more deeply at the very end of our read, Gemini. All right. Oh, beautiful. I haven't had this card yet. Number 19. Okay. I focus my thoughts on my abundance and gratitude, right? This may be a key thing to help you move out of these energies and into the sun energy. And again, we will take a look at that. It's like the blossoming of your thoughts, of your new way of thinking, your new authentic self. We will go over that at the end. Okay, Gemini, that was it for the main part of the read. We're now going to pull out those 3 beautiful oracle cards that you were asked to use your intuition on. I'll remind you to hit that like and subscribe button so this message can get out to others with Gemini placements in their chart and help a growing channel by supporting them. Okay, so our 3 cards, we have Invisible Family, we have Ritual, and we have Dark Ocean. So we're going to take a closer look at these, whichever one or ones that you were most drawn to. So Invisible Family. This is often people that you don't know are supporting you. Could be your spirit team, spirit, and also yourself. You know, your inner child, your higher self are invisible. You know they're there, but they are guiding and supporting you. You will soon receive clear signs from your spirit guides. Well, there we go, right? Notice, connect, and decode. I think, Gemini, you're being invited to consider this a special journey, right? An adventure that you want to embrace because spirit, while you're going through this tough time of transformation, restabilizing yourself, spirit wants to wrap their arms around you, as does your whole spirit team, to show you how appreciated and valued you are, but also to say, here, look at the beautiful signs in nature that have been created for you and within your life so that you show a new appreciation for life. There are signs and synchronicities everywhere that are just your language. I like to use the example of flowers, okay? If you are drawn to certain type of flowers, that to me is like your language with spirit. So maybe it's a white rose, for example, and you start seeing white roses everywhere. It could be someone giving one, it could be on TV, could be a picture, but it's something to comfort you that your prayers are being heard and you're being given guidance that you're on the right path. Okay. Or maybe it's something that you felt in your intuition, but you just need some confirmation. And so those white roses might be there for you, or whatever flower, whatever sign, could be words, it could be numbers, could be anything. So Connect with spirit, connect with those synchronicities, and try to break it down with your intuition as to what it might mean. Okay? Embrace your invisible family. They're there to support you as you develop the leader within. Okay, ritual. If you chose this card, this makes me think of a sunflower, but sort of behind. A sunflower faces the sun, right? Faces the sun that we talked about here. Reaches up and expands. We're all intuitive beings. Trust your own magic. Manifest, channel, and absorb, right? So for some of you, you have gone through this and you are learning to accept yourself. You're learning to visualize what it is that you want. And you are being invited to continue to do that. You may want to set a new daily ritual for yourself, like before you go to bed, visualizing the life that you want. Let it go just before you sleep. And you never know, there may be some dreams that you have that will help you clear up misconceptions, may give you new insight and direction. So keep a dream journal by your bed because there may be some key things in there. Set up some other rituals for yourself to let things go when you need to, when things aren't working for you anymore. New rituals to help you connect with spirit and your intuition. Could be any number of things, but the more open you are to be able to channel what maybe you're going to have intuitive gifts and psychic gifts to speak to other people, but you will be developing those step by step in this journey. But absorb what spirit wants to show you. You may have a mentor or a guide come in, whether you're seeking one or not, to kind of help support you during this time. Okay, and then we have dark ocean. This really makes me think of like a portal into our galaxy, right? Recenter, readjust, and resolve. Internal work required around what feels like an external situation, right? So, exactly the whole reading that we just went through. It may feel like, oh, if only this is over, I would feel better. But really, what it is a circumstantial thing that has been designed to help you connect with yourself and your spirit team so that you can advance more in life, realize your dreams, and show other people how to realize their dreams. So it's almost like you need to like recenter because you might be kind of off center with your beliefs and your visions in life, but that's going to clear up, beloved. All right. You're going to resolve some things that you believed in previously and embrace new ways of thinking. It may look like the path is going down, 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 and you see no end, but where it's going to come out is going to be a whole new perspective on life that you are really going to want to sort of take a mental snapshot of because it's going to be so precious to you. And for some of you, that could be the nighttime sky. You may be getting back into astronomy or astrology, but I think you're going to have a new appreciation for being outside and looking at the stars. Okay, Gemini, beautiful. All right, that was it for a read. Please leave a note in the comment section as to how this resonated for you. Feel free to take a picture of each card so that you can meditate and journal on it throughout the week. Just hold these up again for you. Really like to know what spirit shows you on your journey here. You can always come back and leave a comment later. All right. So I'm going to bid you a goodbye. Have a great week. Stay grounded. For those of you who want to know more about this practical application, I'm going to go ahead and read that now. Your thoughts shape your reality and perception, which can either leave you feeling complete or lacking. Are you focusing on what you don't have instead of what you do? Since reality is all within us, our inner dialogue and focus determines how fulfilled we feel. Some have nothing and have everything, while others have everything but nothing. Life is like a dream, which means we just perceive a fraction of what quote unquote awake state. You're not seeing the whole picture and your whole timeline right now, and therefore you can feel lack and doubt, not understanding the magical process and orchestra behind the mystery of life. Just take a breath today. Seeing, touching, and experiencing is a gift and a miracle. You're here for a reason that only your soul knows. You should know that you are exactly where you need to be, and there is no comparison or competition with anything or anyone. All of our paths are different, and we never know the whole story of another's path. This card is asking you to stop and feel the fullness of life, feel gratitude, and be in the abundance that you are. So, some abundance practices. Here are a few practices to increase your sense of abundance and gratitude. Journal on what you are grateful for today that isn't only external, but also what you are thankful for within yourself. Take time to be in your senses and enjoy magnificent smells, tastes, and movement, and create something beautiful. That could be that gardening. Tap with the tips of your fingers on your heart space and repeat, I am blessed. I am abundant. I am grateful for 5 to 10 minutes each day. And whenever you feel like this might comfort you, you could even do this at work on your break or if you're by yourself for a hot minute. Okay, Gemini, what a beautiful, hopeful reading. I will be praying for you and have a great week and stay grounded.